Shawn Diddy Combmes, once the embodiment of glamour and influence in the music world, now finds himself under a glaring spotlight for reasons far darker than fame or fortune. Convicted on 2 charges, including transportation for illegal purposes, he narrowly escaped the more severe accusations of trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. What emerged in court was less a tale of celebrity excess and more a portrait of meticulous, chilling control. Prosecutors painted a world behind the velvet ropes where human lives were orchestrated like props in an elaborate, exploitative spectacle. U.S. District Judge Aaron left little ambiguity in his 16-page ruling, systematically dismantling every defense argument with surgical precision. Diddy's attempts to frame his actions as mere lifestyle choices were rejected outright. The courtroom became a stage where every excuse was stripped bare, exposing the methodical nature of the events at the heart of the case. These weren't isolated lapses in judgment, they were recurring, rehearsed gatherings, euphemistically called freak-offs, where coercion and control were central. Raid evidence detailed warehouses stocked with over 1,000 bottles of lubricants and other implements, showing that these events were carefully planned, with staff roles extending from bodyguards to concierges, tasked with ensuring that nothing leaked beyond the controlled bubble of luxury. Former assistants testified about their forced transformation from ordinary employees into facilitators of these orchestrated gatherings, revealing a system that operated with corporate-like efficiency but a dark moral compass. More than a story of wild parties, the trial revealed an intricate enterprise designed to exploit, intimidate, and manipulate. As Diddy faces sentencing next month, the legal and social implications stretch far beyond one man. The judge's detailed ruling signals that the court sees a broader pattern of criminal intent, capturing not just isolated acts, but a lifestyle built on control and secrecy. In this high-stakes reckoning, the lights of celebrity no longer protect. Every calculated move, every enabler, is now exposed under federal scrutiny. Beyond the headlines and red carpets, the trial revealed the inner workings of what prosecutors described as a meticulously organized enterprise. Diddy's personal and professional circle was more than a team. It functioned like a corporate apparatus with a sinister mission. Assistants, bodyguards, and staffers were enlisted in the logistics of freak-offs, handling everything from flight bookings to hotel suite management and post-event cleanup. These were not spontaneous parties. They were choreographed operations, with each participant playing a precise role. Testimonies highlighted how employees became enforcers and facilitators rather than neutral staff. Personal assistants described transforming overnight, from booking tours for platinum artists to arranging intimate gatherings that involved extensive preparation, including the application of lubricants and other implements. Bodyguards acted less as protectors and more as coordinators, keeping witnesses away and maintaining the carefully constructed illusion of luxury and discretion. Every detail of the events, from the schedules to the physical spaces, was managed to ensure secrecy. What made the enterprise particularly chilling was the underlying system of control. Loyalty wasn't just about discretion, it was a survival requirement. Employees understood that speaking out could mean losing everything. The court heard how every gathering, every transaction, and every piece of evidence was part of a larger structure designed to protect Diddy's persona and suppress any exposure of wrongdoing. Even when acquitted of the racketeering and trafficking charges, the evidence of the freak-offs remained, inscribed into the official record as proof of a lifestyle intertwined with criminal intent. Prosecutors presented a narrative of exploitation, manipulation, and coercion, emphasizing that this was not about profit but power. The enterprise was built to maintain control, cover tracks, and facilitate behavior that ordinary legal and ethical standards could never condone. As sentencing looms, the judge's recognition of this systematic orchestration elevates the case beyond individual acts, painting Diddy as the orchestrator of a darkly efficient machine, a stark warning to anyone who believed celebrity could shield them from accountability. While the courtroom dissected logistics and legal arguments, the heart of the case lay in the human stories that emerged. Survivors testified about the emotional and psychological toll of living inside Diddy's orbit. Cassie Ventura, a central witness, recounted 10 years of relentless control, intimidation, and manipulation. Her letter to the court highlighted the long-lasting impact: lives upended, autonomy stripped, and personal trauma hidden behind the facade of fame and luxury. painted a portrait of repeated exploitation, where victims were drawn in, used, and discarded with alarming regularity. Employees, caught between bystander and accomplice, revealed the machinery that kept Diddy's empire running. One assistant testified about the payment of one public was never meant to see. Bodyguards, publicists, and other staff were enlisted in the meticulous effort to erase any trace of wrongdoing. Post-event cleanup, flight bookings for attendees, and even controlling what information reached the media all formed part of a systematic strategy to maintain the illusion of innocence. The trial underscored that the facade of celebrity often conceals darker undercurrents, where the burden of secrecy weighs heavily on those within, with trauma that lingered long after the parties ended. For them, the case isn't a matter of abstract law, it is about reckoning with years of manipulation and abuse. Their voices, once silenced by fear and coercion, now form a crucial part of the official record. As a judge prepares to hand down a sentence, these testimonies remind the court and the public that Diddy's actions had real, lasting consequences. Beyond convictions and acquittals, this is a story about the human cost of unchecked power, and the people left navigating the aftermath of a system designed to exploit them. As the trial closed and sentencing approached, the spotlight shifted from courtroom drama to the consequences awaiting Diddy. Federal prosecutors recommended a sentence of just over 11 years, contrasting sharply with defense proposals of a shorter term. The disparity underscores how seriously the court views the systematic nature of the enterprise. This isn't simply about individual missteps, it's about a meticulously organized operation designed to exploit, intimidate, and conceal wrongdoing. Every detail recorded in the 16-page ruling, from orchestrated freak-offs to financial maneuvering, serves as evidence that Diddy's actions were part of a broader pattern, not isolated incidents. The impact extends beyond one man. Associates, executives, and silent partners who thrived within the empire now face scrutiny. Financial records, shell companies, and hush money arrangements, once tools for protection, could become pathways for accountability. Civil suits and forensic investigations may expose more than just Diddy's actions. They could unravel the network of collaborators who either turned a blind eye or actively participated. The potential domino effect has insiders on edge, with every assistant, bodyguard, and PR operative aware that federal attention could soon reach them. This case also sends a broader message to the music industry and beyond. Fame and wealth no longer guarantee immunity. Judges and prosecutors are signaling that systematic abuse, even when hidden behind celebrity allure, can and will be challenged. Survivors' voices amplified in court demonstrate that exploitation has real consequences. Legal and reputational risks now intertwine, and the machinery of secrecy that once insulated powerful figures may be under threat of dismantling. Ultimately, Diddy's sentencing is only the visible tip of a complex reckoning. The trial revealed how celebrity, influence, and business acumen can be weaponized to exploit others. It also signals that accountability, though delayed, is possible. As the industry watches, the case leaves a stark warning. No empire, no matter how glittering, is beyond scrutiny. Power built on control and silence carries consequences. For the powerful, their associates, and the lives caught in their orbit.